Okay, so let's look at the seeds that we planted, right?
All right. Yeah, Jack. So what's it been? 12 days.
12 days.
I've called you in between
Yep.
and told you, hey man, we got sprouts. So, but these are 12-day growth is what we're looking at here. And if you want to come over here, we can look and see what we've got.
Okay, so let's talk about how you have this set up, and forgive the light outside. It's kind of blowing out my video, but what do we have here? What did you set up?
Basically, I just went and got me a stand. This is how we start them every year. I've got them next to the window so they can get natural light. I've got the ability up here, I plug in a grow light eventually. We're not doing that yet till we get some real leaves on our plants. But basically, this just gives me an easy way to keep up with what we're doing, to rotate them with the light, to make sure everything's growing, to make sure they've got water, and we go from there.
Okay, so where are the ones we planted?
Right here is our basil. This was the first thing that we planted. This is our basil. It came up in about 7 days.
Right.
We're at day 12 now, but these are our herbs. These are basil, and they'll just keep growing. You just want to, as these go, they get a little dry. If you can see right up here at the top, see how the color's different? It's a lighter brown. That means it needs a little bit of water. And I've already watered these, but I left that a little bit so we could show what it looks like. It changes color when they need water.
Cool.
The second batch, let me pull that out so you can see it. These are our beefsteak tomatoes that we started. Okay.
It's so weird. They don't look like beefsteak tomatoes.
Yeah, these are going to be the tomatoes. And what's happened here, they've sprouted. This first little leaf that you see here is not a real true tomato leaf. That is the leaf that stores all the food and nutrients that this plant's going to need to grow and be healthy. That leaf will eventually come off, and the next leaves that come on right at the base of that are going to look like your traditional tomato plants.
That's why.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever planted from seeds.
Yeah, this is what happens. And if you can tell, most all of our seeds came up. I think we got a little heavy on this one. Looks like there's like 5 seeds that landed in that one.
That had to be
Must
my
have
fault.
been when the wind was
that
blowing.
was my fault. Sorry.
That was the wind blowing.
So they're all leaning one direction because of what? The
Because
sunlight?
they're going right towards the sunlight.
Okay.
If you have them here setting, that's why I rotate them every day.
Okay. So
Because they're reaching for the sunlight.
got it.
They need that sunlight.
So alive. I love it.
Yeah. And two, what I want to talk to you about, I know we had a question about why we put so many seeds in there.
Right.
I'd like to talk about that. The reason we do, if you can see these, they're all different. And you put the 3 seeds in. I believe we said one for God, one for me, and
One to give.
one to give.
Yes.
And there were a lot of different comments. Some were give, some were for the birds, some were for different things. But that's basically what it is.
Right.
There's also another reason. And basically because you want the healthiest plant. Not all seeds are the same. Okay, so if you plant 3 seeds, if you can see here, we've got 2, and then we've got a little small one that's just not doing as well.
Right.
Okay, in a couple of days, we're going to take that one out. Okay, we just want the healthiest seed to grow.
Right.
So that's why we really put 3 seeds in there. You want the healthiest seed that you can possibly get for the healthiest plant.
And you'll show us later how to separate when it's time.
I'm definitely going to show you how to do that. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting pretty close.
So what do we got here now?
All right, Jack, so remember we talked about the wagon and we planted the lettuce. It was real windy when we did it.
Let me get out of my way.
And
here.
it was hard to do it, but this is what's come up. This has also been up for probably seven days. It popped up about 6 to 7 days after we planted it.
This is the lettuce. And
This
it's
is the
in
lettuce.
For those of you who are just joining and didn't watch the last video, he put it in a wagon. That's right.
Yep.
It's in a rusted out wagon, and it's not even that deep.
No, just a couple inches. Just a couple inches is all you need for lettuce and strawberries and different things. But the reason I do this is because I like to move it around. Like last night, we had a frost, okay, here. So I took it inside. I just wheeled it right in my garage, and we're good to go. It doesn't, when it's young like this, you don't want, lettuce likes to be cool, and it doesn't like, 12 hours of sunlight, so we can move it in and out of the sunlight as we need to. And it's just an easy way to do it. And basically all you do is just grab the handle and you move your lettuce wherever you want to move it.
Right in the shade.
Right into the shade, right into the sun.
A little bit of sun, a little bit of shade mix.
A little bit of sun. You just want a couple hours, maybe 4 hours of
You've
sun.
grown lettuce in this spot before, haven't you?
I have. I've grown lettuce in this. This is not the first time we've used the wagon.
What's going on, dude?
Well, we come out about 4 days ago, and my wife says, "Oh, one of the horses got out," and we started counting, and one of the horses didn't get out. There was a horse that just showed up, and so now we have 6 horses. It just showed up and started eating our grass. Our grass was greener over here, and I guess it showed up. Come to find out, a couple days later, our neighbor showed up. He says he didn't want the horse no more, so now it's our horse.
That was it?
So we took it in. And
which one is it?
It is...
The white one on the hill?
No, not the white one on the hill. See the one right in the middle, the black one right in the middle?
Not the brown one, but the...
Not the 2 up at the top, but the black one right in the middle. We haven't We haven't give her a name yet, so maybe the viewers can help me out.
I was going to say that. Look at you.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to name the horse on the show?
We're going to name the horse on the show. The horse doesn't have a name yet, so viewers...
Do you know what kind of horse it is? Or?
We don't.
It's female?
It is a female.
Okay.
We're not sure what its bloodline is. Like I said, it just showed up, and there's no explanations. I would say it was... It's not a Tennessee Walker.
Oh, it's scraping the ground with its hoof right now.
Yeah, it's not a Tennessee Walker. We know that. So it's some kind of saddlebred horse or something that we're not sure
everybody,
about.
put it down in the comments below, and give the female horse a name that just showed up on Robert's farm.
Yep. I want to show you some other things that I did right after you left. We didn't film all of it to plant everything, but right now we've got about 105 tomato plants planted.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
105 tomato plants.
Okay, you did go a little crazy.
I went a little crazy, but there's going to be an episode later on where we're canning and cooking and doing all these things with these tomatoes. So we need a lot of tomatoes. Yeah. So.
Okay, so let's take a look. What do you got?
Okay, so this right here is our dirt. The same mixture that we had before in this plant, same seeds. We got beefsteak on one side, and we got Rutgers tomatoes on the other side. You can see they're about the same size.
Rutgers?
Yeah, Rutgers.
They're not doing well.
Yeah, we've got about 3. That's the other reason. We've got about 3 that haven't come up. So
it's because Rutgers. They never been good in football either.
It's a college thing. But so we've got that.
Right.
They're about the same place. Now, I started these a day later. I used a different soil because I wanted to show the difference. This is store-bought soil.
Okay.
You just buy them in the pods. These are just a day later.
Than when we filmed.
And they're nowhere near as healthy and as big as the soil we used.
Okay, so you did this one day after we filmed the tomatoes below.
Right.
We made our own soil.
Yep.
With these, okay?
Yep.
This is how big they are with our own soil made by hand.
Yep.
And this is if you bought... And this is if you bought the store-bought soil.
Right.
That's what they're at right now. And... Boy, what a difference.
They're going to grow, but you can see it takes a lot longer, and to me, they're not as healthy.
Wow.
But we're still going to plant them all. We're going to make them healthy.
1 day difference. So, guys, I'm just going to call it right now. I mean, you do it by hand. Make the soil by hand.
Make your soil. Take the time and make your soil. Hey, everybody. We talked about planting a garden on your deck and in small spaces. We're going to do an experiment, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. You don't need a lot of room. You don't need a lot of space. But you see here, my wife likes Maxwell House coffee, and it's empty. And we're going to plant a tomato plant in this and show you how you can grow right out of this container.
If it holds
dirt, we can grow food out of it.
That is awesome.
It is an awesome thing.
Okay, so there's something that Robert and I have been talking about. So many people wrote in saying that they wish they could, have like a little home kit for their patio, or for the fire escape if you live in the city, or for just a little deck they have because they're in apartments or something like that, or in a townhome. So here's the deal. I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think about... Oh, here comes the wind. Sorry. There we go. Hey, dude.
Hey, how
What's
you
up?
What's up, Jay?
What do you think about Robert doing, putting together a home kit and possibly selling them or something? What do you think about that? We talked about it, and I thought because Robert can throw one together and ship them out anywhere in the U.S. Oh, and the other thing is that we would have seeds in every home kit. So you would, we could have tomato home kits, we could have different home kits, strawberry home kits, pepper home kits. you just would order it, and it would come. It would come with the whole container and everything to plant them in and all that. So, just give us your feedback. Okay, we had another question. How do you keep the squirrels and other animals from eating like your tomatoes? Because they ate all mine last year, all of them.
All of them, yeah.
All of them.
I've got some very unique things I want to tell you about that, and then some traditional things. Okay, I'm gonna start with the traditional. You can get anything that has movement to it. If you take like a tobacco stake or just a T-post or something like that, and you know those pie pans that you bake with, the big silver ones, and you tie a string to those and tie them to that T-post, and today it's kind of windy, and it will blow that pie pan around. Any kind of movement keeps the animals away.
Really?
Any kind of movement.
Okay, can we set one up for next video?
Yes, definitely we'll set one up, and I'll show you how that works, and we'll get that taken care of so everybody can see it, but any kind of movement. The second one is a little more traditional too. You can go to your, this is for birds especially, because birds love my blackberries and my blueberries, and I'll look at them and they'll be almost ripe, and I'll say, tomorrow I'm picking those. I come out and guess what? The birds got them. So what I do is I'll go to, it's usually you can go to Lowe's or any of your hardware stores, and they make these owls.
How big are they?
They're probably that, they come in all sizes, but they're about that big.
Right.
And it's an owl. Owls are a natural predator to birds. You set that up in your garden, and they've got some that their heads bobble and twist and turn and all this stuff, right? And the birds stay away because they're afraid they're going to get eaten by the owl.
Really?
Yeah.
Just that's it,
That's
huh?
it. That's it.
So
simple.
pie pans and owls.
Scarecrows, any type of person looking. If you got a scarecrow or something from Halloween, it's on a post that you set at your front door, stick it in your garden, and it looks like somebody's in your garden, the critters will stay away. As you can see, what I've got 2 fences on the side of my garden, and I got horses on both sides of my garden. The horses can't get in my garden, but neither can anything else because they stay away from the horses. The deer don't come around. The birds come around because they can fly in, but I put those owls and those scarecrow things out.
Right.
Here's an untraditional, and a lot of people are going to go, what? Hair. Go to your barber shop.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, can't.
Yes.
No, I can't.
It's probably the best way to keep critters out away from your, if you've got a beard, trim a little bit of your beard off and spread the hair around the outside of wherever it is, and no critters will cross that path.
Can I give them your email address in case people want to write you directly?
Absolutely. Please. There's so many questions. I love to answer them. I love to try to help people grow their gardens. My email address is Brewer, Brewer, 4956 at bellsouth.net.
And I'll make sure it's on the screen for them.
Yeah, please email me anytime. I love questions. I love to talk about gardens, so anytime.